guys, it's Jessii Vee. Everything is purple. I'm purple. The backdrop is purple. I love purple. I know February is kind of like a pink and red month, but I've never been a pink person. I'm more of a purple person, a purple people eater. I'm just kidding. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about two very terrifying McDonald's toys. One was the Happy Meal girl, and the other one was a Ronald McDonald doll that whistled. So you can just imagine how many scary stories are associated with them, so get ready. Before I get started though, as you can see, I have a new backdrop behind me, which means I'll be announcing the winner of last month's backdrop. That contest was on Twitter, and the winner is the Bookworms Nook. So congratulations, thank you to anybody who entered. And if you would like to win this awesome purple backdrop behind me, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and then head over to our podcast YouTube channel and subscribe, and then comment anything you want on our most recent podcast. I will link everything down below. And speaking of our podcast, we have just launched a page if you would like to support our podcast. I'm not gonna say the word because YouTube doesn't like it, so I'm gonna put it on the screen right here, but it starts with a P. And so every single week we're gonna be posting bonus clips of the podcast. These might be extra story times that no one else will see. These might be topics that aren't very good for YouTube. These might be controversial opinions or just any discussion that we think would be best for the supporters. But I think it's mainly gonna be like unheard story times. So even if you don't really listen to our podcast and you miss my old story time videos, this is the place it's gonna be. I'll put a link down below in the description. It's gonna look like it goes to our website, but it actually goes to P. Should I like call it something else, like a secret term? Maybe I'll call it the purple page. So if you want to support us on our purple page, I have linked it down below. The first story time is going up this coming week, and it's about a crazy restaurant experience that my mom and I had. We had the weirdest, most mind-blowingly strange interaction with our waiter. It is so crazy. I'm literally like wanting to melt into the ground thinking about the embarrassment that happened there. If you want to hear that story time, I will link our purple page down below. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're gonna be starting off with the Happy Meal girl doll. Happy Meal girl dolls were sold in retail stores back in 1997. They were 13 inches tall and wore a playsuit with ruffles with the Happy Meal girl logo. This was the box that she came in. It claims she can magically take a bite of her cheeseburger, and she makes slurping, burping noises when she takes a sip of her drink. And here's a tiny sneak peek of the old commercial. It's very pixelated, but here you go.
McDonald and Happy Meal girl, here's your cheeseburger. You burped! Eating Happy Meals is what we love. Toy surprise for me? What's it gonna be? Eating my Happy Meal girl. Batteries not included from Hasbro.
And yes, I did have to change the audio slightly, but it still is it's an interesting toy. I actually got this doll when I was 3 or 4 years old, and I loved it. I thought it was so fascinating that she could actually eat her McDonald's. I even remember my dad pretending to take bites out of the cheeseburger, and it made me laugh so hard. And I also got another version of the doll called the McDonald Land Birthday Girl doll. This one came with a milkshake, a cake with a light up candle that sung, and a party horn. And this version was actually my favorite. The cake would come with a key, and you could like open it up, and I would just like hide secret things I found in there. Nothing important, like rocks outside, leaves. And you have no idea how much I wish I kept these things, like put them in a keepsake box, put them in my basement, but I sold them because all I wanted was like $2. And back then people had garage sales like every single Saturday. And I was gonna buy one on eBay, but they're selling for like $500 now. It's crazy. So there is this story about this doll. It's called the Locket. There was a boy named Jasper that liked to collect vintage toys. He had been on the lookout for the Happy Meal girl because there were rumors that it had been banned from the market for reasons that no one seemed to know. And after some searching, many years of searching, he found one at an estate sale. He brought it home and was inspecting it when he noticed something very odd. Around the doll's neck, hidden under her clothing, was an old vintage necklace with a rusted locket. And he just felt this chill go down his spine. But of course, out of pure curiosity, he opened it. I mean, who wouldn't? You find a weird locket around a doll's neck, you're gonna want to see what's inside. Inside the locket was a tiny, teeny, perfectly folded note that had yellowed with age. So he unfolded it with trembling hands and read the single line of cramped, hurried handwriting, and this is what it said: "Help me, It's not just a toy. And the following days, the doll seemed to appear in different places around the house. He'd also hear the muffled sounds of it slurping and burping. He was a mess. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat. Don't blame him. I probably wouldn't either. He was just terrified of this doll, which seems so silly if you think about it. It's like a McDonald's Happy Meal doll. He just thought, how could this actually be happening to me right now? So one day he couldn't take it any longer, and even though he had always wanted this doll to be a part of his collection, he went outside in his backyard, dug a hole and buried it. And as he poured the dirt over its small form, he could hear the distant sounds of it gurgling as if it was sipping a phantom drink. And when he got back inside the house, he saw that that little note he'd found inside the locket was now sitting on his kitchen counter. It had been flipped over and there was new writing on it. And it read, "Thank you." So what does that even mean? I don't know, but that's how this story goes. So maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't keep it. I don't know. I do miss it. Okay, and then we have the whistling Ronald McDonald doll. In 1977, McDonald's came out with a 22-inch Ronald McDonald doll. This wasn't just a regular plushie. It for some reason came with a whistle that when you squeezed his stomach, you would hear it blow. It also came with a string, and when you pulled on it, Grimace pops out. This is 100% the scariest thing I've ever seen. But I was able to find it on eBay, and yes, I did buy it. Call me crazy all you want. It is literally on the way to my house as we speak. So let's just quickly watch the terrifying commercial. This one is very pixelated as well. Here you go.
Guess who's here? It's Ronald McDonald, a clown so dear. Ronald McDonald, Ronald is fine, and with him you can clown around. You're a fine whistler, Ronald. Hi, Grimace, those toy stores. I love you, Ronald. A clown you can adore. Ronald McDonald from Hasbro.
And we wonder why clowns are the most common fear with children. So the story that comes with this is called Hide and Seek in the Dark, because of course it is. There's a legend that says when this doll first came out in 1978, the children of a small coastal town called Seaview were the first to receive it. It wasn't long before they concocted a game called Hide and Seek with Ronald. One person would hide with the doll and a group of kids would go look for them. And then the person hiding would use the whistle to help the seekers. Now, this game was innocent enough for a while, but after they had played it a number of times, the people hiding with the doll began to complain that Ronald's whistle would blow even when they weren't squeezing him. So out of curiosity, they decided to hide the doll all by itself, just to see what it would do, and after about 10 minutes of no noise, they went to retrieve it, but it was not where they had last put it. Suddenly, they heard a whistle in the darkness. They honestly thought that someone was playing this horrible prank on them because how could this actually be happening? But after searching for Ronald for hours, hearing the whistle all over the house, they realized it was not a joke. They finally found him hiding under one of their beds, and they placed him in a box with a lock and tossed him into the garage. And every so often on windy nights, they can't be sure if they're hearing the whistling from the storm or from inside that dark box in the garage. So yeah, that's how that one ends. So yeah, like I said, because I am unhinged, I did order this doll, and apparently the whistle still works. It comes with all of its pieces and parts. It does look very worn and torn. Obviously it's from the 70s, but it's gonna come here and we're gonna try playing hide and seek with it in the dark. So wish me the best of luck. I'm scared. So that video will come out soon on the vlog channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like me doing videos on old toys, I don't even know why I'm saying this because I know you guys do. I know you guys do. But comment maybe down below what you want me to talk about next. And if you would like to join our purple page, I have linked down below. New story time on there coming this week. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!